So, let's talk about Valery and his thoughts on Chansiri. And some of it I'm not surprised by. Hello and welcome to the video. You could like, share and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when videos go live. There'll be a live stream tonight as well, and also hype the video up. The more hype we get, the better it is. It's on the mobile thing. You swipe across in the comment section and it'll do it. And this is one of the things where you got it a minute where Valery is not scared to speak his mind. He's someone who will be very outspoken about what happens and how things are going. Thank you, phone. Just what I needed. About everything that's going on and stuff like that, and how things are, and how it was the situation with Chansiri. Now, there's some bits that have made me kind of understand bits and pieces. And the thing is, for me, is there are things where I've heard stuff said about DC from other people. And he said, and this is what he had to say: you can choose not to pay us. You can have your own problem, but at least there has to be a minimum of communication. I've never been at a club like it, especially in those last few months. There wasn't any communication. I never talked to him. Once when he came to a game, he came into the changing room, but he didn't talk to us. He didn't even look you in the eye. It was a weird thing. But I'm always open-minded. I've travelled a lot, so I'm just thinking I don't want to take it to heart because it's a cultural thing. He came from Thailand. I don't know how they are in Thailand, but I know with the squad numbers, it was about faith and belief. And I think I've heard this from other people say this about him not looking at people in the eye. I've heard this before. This isn't the first time I've heard of people saying that he doesn't look people in the eye. He's very, I don't want to say shifty, but he very moves around. He's not very good at that kind of in-person stuff. I was not taking it to heart. It was just really weird, especially in England where you see fans and how clubs is about a family. To have this type of person running the club doesn't make sense. But now the good thing is he's gone. And I just hope really soon we get someone worthy of the fan base and the club. And it's really interesting to hear that he said that. And this is someone who's not been here for too long. He really has come in, and he was one of Danny's lads who he wanted, and it was good for him that he wanted to play for Danny and be here. And he says this fact: it was a bit crazy. I just wanted to come for Danny, so I told my agent not to fight him and try and make it happen. It was a bit long, but in the end it went through, and that's the most important thing. Because he did have other people looking at him in terms of Montpellier, Standard Liège. There was a lot of back and forth before he signed. He said, before I signed, I heard a bit from other players about how he was and how he wasn't selling players and a lot of different things. But I just trusted Danny and I wanted to come. You could see last season we could have got into playoffs, and this season was the season where we really wanted to get into playoffs. But what's happened is good for the club, and now we look forward. And I think it's that thing you've got there where you have the situation where a lot of people are saying how this is a good thing and how we get it into a place where we get stuff sorted. And it's interesting because he said, I'd never spoken to him, but how he was and something I'd never experienced before. I arrived and he was controlling things that were so weird for me. I wanted to choose my number and he wouldn't let me. There were a few other things that were weird. He was controlling things around the club. When everything happened this summer, we weren't getting paid. There was no communication from him, no respect to the players. Every month the same thing. It was something I had never experienced before, but now he's gone, it's over, and that's the main thing. It was mad, and I didn't really know what it meant. I had a lot of questions, but the administrator came in to speak to us, and from then I understood that it was a good thing for the club. And I think it's that whole thing you've got where you look at the whole situation, that's how controlling was. You weren't allowed to pick your own number. Now, this is something that sometimes is embedded into people's contracts, that they want their number and this is what they'll do. it says everything we've known about Mr. Golden Elephant for so long, that he just micromanaged every little detail of the club and just wouldn't let anyone else help him out. And the fact that you have the situation that he's just like, I am so glad this man is now gone, says everything. This is a player that's saying this, not a fan, not us as fans, not ones who are, these are members of staff, if you can when you call it that just didn't want him to be here at all. They've had enough of him. And for me, that says everything. That says everything, that your entire staff were like, we're so happy you're gone, we can't be doing this anymore. And it's one of them where you look at it and you go, we move on, we have to move on now, and we'll see where we will go next and how we get on. And hopefully it's better people, it's good people come in who know what they're doing and go from there. But at the end of the day, we have got to be ready for it, basically. We've got to be ready for new people and see what new people can do. But at the end of the day, this is how he has been with other people. And that's the thing. It's not just been with fans, this has been with playing staff a lot. And for me, this says all we need to know about him and how controlling he is, how he's been doing that. And we need to make sure the next people come in, treat us with respect, but more importantly, treat the staff with respect. And that's the thing. It's about treating the staff with respect, and he's not done that. And that's something you want to make sure you can do. And he's not done that. So at the end of the day, we wait to see who comes in. And administration is not meant to be a good thing. It's not. It's not meant to be a good thing at all. But in our case, it's been classed as a good thing, which is nuts. All they wanted was communication. All they wanted was some idea of what was going on. And they didn't get that. What they got was blocking. What they got was communication. They got so much stuff that they shouldn't have had. But now we move on, and the fact that he kept on going, he's gone now, is a good thing, and we just see what happens next. So thank you for watching. There'll be a live stream tonight at about 7 PM ish, maybe 6:30. We'll see what time I can get done. But yeah, there should be a live tonight, so join up for the roundup, and I'll speak to you soon.